Ladies and gentlemen, Rostermania is stupidly intense right now, and my god, a lot of people wanted to see it, so we got it on the line right now. Study, pro player, handsome gentleman, entertainer at heart, but he'll snipe the shit out you if you get in his lane. Study, how you doing, my friend?
What's up, baby? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, man.
Good. I'm excited. What's going on for you right now? I know the season's over. What's your plate like right now in your life?
Honestly, I'm just spending a lot of time with my family, you know, I'm taking basically vacation time, just like relaxing and just taking my head completely out of like all the stress that I know that COD brings to it, because the game's not out yet. And I know all these people want to make decisions already without seeing, like, you know, who's actually good at the game, but it makes no sense. So right now I'm just literally relaxing, you know, playing with my fam, playing with the stud fam, playing with Jack, you know, it's pretty fun. So I'm just having fun right now, and then when it's time to go to business, it's gonna go to business.
Hey, that's what I'd like to hear. I've been costing a little bit, but I got to bounce back. I've got a lot to learn with
yeah, whoa.
All right, hey, don't roast me. We got some stuff we want to talk about. So right now, Rostermania has been going on this week.
Okay.
There's like 50 free agents. Hell, you're one of them on the list that I've seen. People making moves, people waiting on making moves. First, I want to go through the teams that are rumored right now, the big talk of the community. Starting with this rumored Envy team, which really kicked things off, because I know you saw, you know, John, J-Cap, and Apathy released from that team.
Yeah.
And then now the rumored team around it is Slasher, Classic, Hook, and Temp. And we've seen this team before in Advanced Warfare. I wanted to first get your thoughts on how you think this team would stack up.
Honestly, I think that team is just like, I don't know. I think Austin and Donnie are just the same, and then Kyler and Nick are the same. Because like when they came up together, they basically, Austin taught Donnie everything he knows, and I guess Nicky taught freaking Kyler everything he knows. So with that team, it's just gonna be really good. Boots on the ground, I don't know how they're gonna be on that, but in that jetpack game, they were really good as a team, and they worked really well. So Donnie was telling me about this team actually while we were teaming, because I already knew, like, going into World War II. He was already old enough. I knew it was gonna go down. You know, I'm grown, right? I know things like this.
I'm grown.
So he told me about this team, and I was like, actually, I think you guys are pretty good. It all depends on like how you are on the boots on the ground. Like basically, like if he can still shoot straight and everybody can shoot straight, it's still gonna be a really good team.
Is it as drastic of a difference going from jetpack to boots as people like to say, or if you're good at COD, are you still gonna be good at COD?
Nah, boy, listen, boy. Once you say boots to the ground, it's a different kind of game, baby. You just catch people slipping, like, you know, like this is why Jack's going 0-8 all day and going his house to me, dog. Because he's not flying anymore, you know what I'm saying? He's on the ground getting absolutely fried. But other than that, like, just compared to the jetpack game, it takes out so much randomness out the game and just puts a lot of structure into it. So, like, when people are able to adapt to it quick, then I guess they'll be good. But if you're not able to, you just completely try to like just like do random things and think it's gonna work, then it's probably not. So you probably won't be good.
Well, that was the Envy team. I like that breakdown because, ironically enough, this next team that's rumored right now is this rumored FaZe team. People were talking about changes being made, half of the team staying, half going. People didn't know who it was going to be. Right now, the rumored team is Attach, Zuma, Replays, and the fourth that is the talk of the town right now for polarizing opinions is Priesta. First,
oh shit,
it's catching. I know you're getting caught up right now too.
Yeah, man.
The main worry is like a lack of AR presence on this team. Should fans be worried about that? Or in a boots game, can this team still make it work?
I feel like just because I've won a championship with Chris, I've won a championship with Tommy, and I know the player that Chris is. So Chris is like take his time, you know, strategy kind of thing. So I think it'll work for him. You'd have Priesta that literally just like, you know, he's a really good S&D player, and so is Tommy. So that S&D is already going to click for them. The only thing I'm going to say is like the respawn. If I'm looking for anyone to take care of like the AR shot, and probably I'm going to look at Priesta and I'm going to look at Replay. And I'm expecting, you know, Dylan and Tommy to, you know, always be the aggressive sub players and everything like that. But it all depends because like they're all like really good friends. So it's not like the relationship is there, you know, it's basically not going to be a lot of argument because, you know, they're all cool people. So I don't know. It all depends on just how they decide to perform.
No, I think that's a big thing right now. I'll put it this way: should FaZe fans? There were some FaZe fans saying that this could be the worst change in history. Should people be jumping to conclusions like that?
Boy, listen, bruh. I'm telling you, like when people can't jump to conclusions like that because I was on a team that nobody wanted and we won. We made it possible. So, and Chris and Tommy are still on that team like right now. And Priest is a young guy. I'm pretty sure I had a conversation with him after we beat him for my qualification when I was on EG.
Yeah.
And I told him that he was actually really good when we played against him, like right after our match. And then ever since then, he's took off. He went to Cloud9, you know, started playing with Pat. And then now, if this is actually his team, I'm going to be proud of him. I'm expecting him to step up to the play if he really wants to show himself as a player.
Well, he's got his chance here if that winds up working out like that. Yeah. The next big rumored team, which I think is one that is going to put up some great competition this year. The rumored LG squad of Slacked, Octane, JCap, and John.
Oh, that's a big baby team. Right
Those are some big boys.
We talk about J-Cap on the ground, baby. Oh, he is nasty on the ground. You know, John is just nasty. Sam's just a freak. I remember when I played with Sam in AW, I beat him one time at an event, and the next time I was teaming with him, and he was like a god. And then ever since then, he's just been on god form. Yeah. And JB, baby, he's just the big baby. He's just, you know, does everything that he needs to do to like make sure he wins. He doesn't care about stats. Yeah. And that's someone that you need, especially if you're going to be playing with Cap, you know, the Don Juan on the boots, and then, you know, John MVP. Then you got Sam MVP, and then you just got JB, and then it all just clicks. I think it's going to be a really good team, actually. I
think I'm with you on that one. I think the community, from what I'm seeing right now, anything's possible, right? Anything's possible. Yeah, I think the thing that I've heard most from people is they're worried about, you know, is the pace going to be there that they might need with how slow JCap and Octane could play with like basically two turrets. I think it's a blessing in some ways, but could hurt them in others is what the community thinks. Do you share those sentiments?
But I'm looking at like Envy is like sort of, because I know Cap has a lot of experience, so he knows that if a player on the team is shooting the same role, like Cap's able to run a submachine gun, especially on the games like this where he doesn't have to fly around. He just has to focus on what he needs to do and shoot his gun straight. That's all he needs to do. So if they both are running an AR at the time, I'm expecting Cap to be the more aggressive one, you know, going out there throwing his life away, because Sam definitely has like the Stanley steam, and we know this. Like, from a distance, he's not missing. Compared to Cap might be shooting zigs, but Cap up in their face, he's good, man. So I think that team's gonna be good.
Good, man. That's definitely a solid squad. The final team I want to talk about for now is the Aches team that actually went public. They're the first team that said that they are working together. Aches, Nameless, Enable, and Apathy. Another very solid
Patty
team.
P.
That
Patty
is.
P's on his. Listen, bro. Patty P has had a shitty couple of jetpack years, but he's back, baby, and he's got Nameless. Nameless played. He started with COD World War II, so like he's basically back to when he started. He feels like 14 again, so he feels brand new, fresh out the womb. And then you got Enable. Enable's just, you know, Ian's just really good. He just, I don't know. He's not going to be the leader on that team. I don't expect him to be. I think everybody's going to bound out of Pat at that point.
Yeah.
And then Apathy's just going to, you know, be a freaky, you know, super fast player, throw his life away when he needs to, and just do things like that. I think that team's going to be really good, too, because all those players are really, really smart. So if they're all able to, like, all form it into one, they can develop into, like, a really good team and not, you know, cut out all the absolute bullshit. Because I expect that team to get into some arguments. 100%. If they can cut that out, I feel like they'll be really good.
And I think with this team as well, there were some worries about, you know, is it too heavy of an AR team, leaving Apathy as the main sub? But then people have talked about in the past, we've seen Aches use submachine before, we've seen Nameless as well. But my big thing, and I talked about this with Maven in our last Rostermania reactions video, and I want to hear your perspective, is this Aches' last chance? If this doesn't work, for all the time he said Boots is back, Aches is back in Boots, if he still doesn't put up the performances he needs, and this team doesn't work, and he winds up being the issue, is his stock now done?
Listen, man, I'm telling you, I've been playing around Patty P for years now, and the more you doubt the guy, the more he's going to show you up. And especially now that it's back on the ground, this guy is going to make somebody eat the hell out of their words like the entire year. I'm telling you, Pat's going to be that dude, I'm telling you. I remember I went to an event against Pat. For 2 events straight, I didn't win a single map in the finals. It went from champs, I got 3-0. Then we went to UGC Niagara. We won that shit. We were in winners finals. Then we had 2 best of 5. And we couldn't win a single match. They 6-0'd us, dude. So like, you know what I'm saying? Pat's just that guy, especially on the ground. So I'm expecting him to lead his team, and especially if like I said, they just cut out all the argument and all the bullshit, and they actually like, because I know all those players want to win. So if all those players just want to pull that shit aside, and just get together, they'll be really good.
Well, that's the 4 big rumor teams right now. I actually love hearing your perspective. I know everyone's gonna love listening to this. Now we've got a taste of COD World War II. Actually, the second weekend of the beta is coming up. Thoughts on, I guess, first, what are you expecting the pace and the gameplay of it to be off the break? Do you think it's gonna be one where we have a 2-2 split? Is this gonna be a faster paced, slower paced action? Where do you see it going? And then maybe give a couple hints at where you think these teams will excel or struggle with your thoughts.
All right, well, I think Pat's team, I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to do it off game modes. Pat's team is going to be really good at hardpoint just for the simple fact that they all know how to rotate. They all know what needs to go down on the minimap. They all know where they need to be at certain times. CTF, they're going to be really good just because of the fact that, like, they all know. Like, you're bringing back all the game modes that everybody that fell in love with Call of Duty are playing again. So, like, CTF, hardpoint, even though, like, hardpoint was brought out in Black Ops 2, but, like, everybody loved that game mode, and ever since it's been in every single game after that.
Yeah.
But S&D is always just gonna be there. So you're just like, especially on the ground, I don't know, like it's just you're making all the players that used to be really, really good comfortable again, and it's just like once you do that, I don't know, it's gonna be like a crazy year. I don't think you're gonna see like a really dominant team until. Like, you might see a team that like, just knows more, and you would realize that they know more about the game. That's the reason why they're winning. And then, like, that's what's going to separate, especially in this game. It's going to be cool to watch.
A lot more of a thought process is what I'm hearing from, I think, most players. Is like, now it's going to be like, you get one key engagement win, and it will pay off in, in like 30 seconds, 40 seconds
100%.
in hardpoint. So it's cool to see. Final question I wanted to bring up with you. You're in the midst of all this. I know you've got some thoughts on this Rostermania a little bit, but what is Rostermania like for a pro player with everything going on, with all people talking in secret, figuring things out, the rumors? Yeah. What is it like for the mindset of a player?
Honestly, for the mindset of a player, you just gotta like, I don't know, some people look at it differently, but like, I've been dropped a couple times, you know? So like, I don't know, you just realize like, you gotta learn from your mistakes, and obviously like, shit just might not work out your way, but if you continue to like, just look down on it and just like be worried and be stressed out, you're gonna get screwed. Or if you don't like think about yourself, like that's what I learned about a lot of people lately, is that like it's always they choose about themselves before like they like people that actually, you know, you might drop somebody, put them in a shitty situation, but you just have to make the best of it, and you can't really stress it, especially if the game is not even out yet. So like that's why, even though I'm a free agent right now, I'm absolutely like just big back bulling it. I'm playing Ghost, I'm having fun, I'm hanging out with my family. But like in 2 months, when it comes down to actually, you know, when I can actually play the game and prove to people instead of talking about myself, like that'll be different. When I can show you how good I am going to be at the game instead of talking about it. And then that's what I feel like people are lacking. But all this honey dicking and all that stuff it's annoying. I tend to stay away from all that, and I'm just chilling right now, so it's cool.
Well, Study, thank you so much. Anything you want to shout out in this?
You know, one time for the Stuff fam. Shout out to the Stuff fam. You know, shout out to the Courageous too. Y'all are cool people too, baby. But man, I appreciate everybody. You know, hopefully, COD World War 2 brings this game back, and I mean, brings Call of Duty back into like the conversation of like an esport, because people are really annoying when they call it not an esport. But like, I want to go on TV, and hopefully, this is the game that does it. You know, hopefully we go back to X game. Hopefully, we do everything that we started with, but like even bigger now. So like, I'm hoping it starts with this game.
Study, you're a great person. Thank you so much for the help on the video. Go check out all his stuff in the description. Until next time, my friend, have a good one.
Later, man.